good afternoon, everybody. Who is ready to make some dinner? Right, I'm going to kick off with the prize draw and then I'm going to start cooking. So our last winner was Vicky Costello. I'm just waiting on your address and then I will pop you a prize in the post. On Saturday night takeaway, we did sweet potato curry and onion barges. We had 173 shares, so we have one prize in the pot, okay? I'll use the number generator. My iPad wouldn't load up, so if it's still not loading. So hang on. I got a spare phone, peeps. We'll bring it up on here. What did I say? 173 shares. Right, we'll do it on here. Okay, so we've got one prize in the pot. Of course I have a spare phone. Right, here we go. 155. You are the winner. I will find you, I will message you, and I will send you a prize in the post. Right, if you are tuning in for the very first time, just comment newbie so that we can all make friends. If you hit the share button, come back, comment shared, and then you will be in the next prize draw, which will be on Saturday. Hi, Linda. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Vicky. Oh, you're on here. I've just messaged you about your prize. Just need your address, but I think it's come through whilst I've been jibber-jabbering. Right. The gorgeous Margaret Sinclair sent me this book, Slimming World Comfort Zones. So I'm always looking for something new or something different because if you want to stay on plan, I think you have to shake it up and just cook lots of different stuff. Otherwise, you're going to get bored and eat something you're not meant to. So she sent me this book. It arrived this week and I'm going with this. We're making chili meatball bake. How lush does that look? But what I'm also going to do, I've got 1 kg of, so I'm just going to tweak this recipe slightly because it's got 750 grams of mince in it. So I'm going to do half of that and then the other half I'm going to make a chili and a chili pasta bake and I'm going to whack those in the freezer. And I do this loads, so when I'm cooking, I'll just buy like a bigger portion and I'll cook more and then I'll whack it in the freezer. I've got loads of these dishes that come with lids on. And then I put them in the freezer. And then on the days when the kids want chips or I can't be bothered or we're rushing because we can actually go to a hobby like swimming or something, then I just pull it out the freezer in the morning and dinner is done. All I've got to do is put it in the oven. Jobs are good. And so I'm going to make this and then I'm going to make a chili and a chili pasta bake whilst I'm doing it so that I can whack them in the freezer because I've eaten everything that was made in the freezer. Right, so that's what we're going with. Hello, everybody. So I'm going to turn it round. So I will post, oh God, we're on the squiff now, aren't we? I will post the recipe later. So make sure, can you hear me? Make sure, why is this on the wonk? Make sure you hit the follow button at the top of the page and then you will see the recipe when I post it later. Right, pan on, fry light. And we're going to fry off some onions in there. I'm just going to get this done like first before I start making a chili and stuff as well. Otherwise, I'll get myself in a pickle, people. I'm all right if I'm not talking to you, but I can't talk to you and do it. Right, onions first. Let's get them out. Right, I'm using frozen onions. So if you're using fresh, you might want to add a couple of teaspoons of water so they don't stick. But if you're using frozen, you're all right. But I will post the recipe later. Hi, Rebecca. Thank you very much for the share. You're in the prize draw. Sharon's making chili. Boom. These meatballs look fab. I'm all for something you can whack in the oven that looks scrumptious. Had a busy day. Oh, I need the garlic. Hang on. Garlic, garlic, garlic. Where are you? And then 4 cloves of garlic, so a real good handful. Yes, lasagna. So if you didn't want to do like a chili pasta bake or something like that, you could take the mince out of a 1 kg pack, put half in this, and then half in shepherd's pie, half in a spag bowl. Cook it all at the same time. You don't have to cook tomorrow, people. Boom! Easy peasy. Where's my spoon? I've got one out. Hang on, Pete. I've got a spoon. There blending the onions soon. Let me put my sucker on. How's everybody doing? Oh, that's rather loud, isn't it? How are you all doing today? We've had a busy day, so we've got all our homework done. We started really early. We got that done early. And then we went to the pet shop for our neighbour. She's home. She's home and she's okay. So she's taken back over the rabbit. So I went to the pet shop for her. I got him some more food and hay. Then we went to Greg's. Then we went to Aldi. Then we went to the butcher's. Then we went to Tesco's. So we've been everywhere today. Hi Margaret, thank you for the book. We are doing a recipe today out of the book. How did my weight go? I weighed the same. I've maintained for like 3 weeks. I need to kick up the bum actually. I need to just crack on and behave myself. And stop eating biscuits in between with the kids. That'll help. But maintain's better than a gain, peeps. Hey Anne. Hello, hello. Right, so we're just going to soften those. Whilst that is doing, let me get my mince out. So I've got a big 1 kg one. You know what, I might just start the chilli anyway. I'm going to have to use a frying pan. I'm going to start the chilli whilst they're going. You're going to have to say, Donna, don't burn everything. I'm okay. I've got like 4.5 pounds to go to Target. I need a little boost. I think it's just been the whole homeschooling thing has just been a bit meh. Right, let me turn that pan on. So this is the one we're concentrating on, okay? The chili meatballs, but I'm just going to make this chili whilst I'm cooking really, just to save me a job, so I can fill the freezer again. So I'm just going to fry off onions and I'm going to whack a bit of garlic in there too. You get it? Frozen garlic, again, ease and speed people, ease and speed. You've rejoined today and scrapped your history, so day 1, boom, go for it Margaret. That's what you need to do to get back on track, go for it. Need another wooden spoon. So, chili pasta bake, if anybody has just asked and I've missed that, is basically just your chili, but you mix it in with pasta. And then you mix it all in, and then I'm just going to freeze it. Sprinkle your cheese for your healthy A on the top. Job done. Put my pasta over here. I just prefer to cook loads in one go. So if I'm having a bad week, it might just be a case of grabbing everything out the freezer. Right, there we go. They're softening nicely. Lovely jubbly. Super easy. Let me boil my kettle. How's everybody else holding up in this lockdown? How's the homeschooling going, guys? Last week got to me a little bit. I think it just drains you the longer you get through the week, doesn't it? I think like with James, they were like, we're starting French this week, so he's never done French. Like, don't start French when he's not at school with a teacher. Just give him maths in English. That'll do. Bloody French, can't do the English, honestly. Hi Sue, thank you for the share. Rach is rejoining as well. You can't remember how many times this is. Do you know what? You have to go to class, and I know it's really hard because we're not going to class. I was doing so much better when I was going to class each week. But trying to get on a Zoom call with the kids is just, it's a nightmare, it's a nightmare. You're still working in a school. It's hard when you're out of school with no kids. Oh, I bet it is. Miss all the chit chat. Missing it all. Right, we're just going to brown these onions. Then we're going to make our meatballs over here. I'm just boiling my kettle. We started unsociable shifts already. Stephen, you need to batch cook and fill your freezer. So when you really can't be bothered, you've got something. I know shifts are really hard because having dinner when you wake up and stuff is all just a bit dodgy, isn't it? Andrew used to work shifts. He used to work for, at Walker's Chris. He absolutely hated it. I think he lasted like 3 years. It made him ill. Oh, 5:30 till 2:45. Yeah, God. Yeah, that's not good. Not good. Yeah, it didn't. It made Andrew ill and I hated it. But it was before we got married and I was like, I'm not getting married if this is what it's going to be like. You're not here. And yeah, no, it was rubbish. What's in the pan with it? It's just garlic and onions at the minute. I'm just softening these right now. Let me just turn that one right down. We're going to take half of these onions out and put them into this bowl over here because we're going to need them for the meatballs. Leave those ones in there. I'm just going to turn that off while I concentrate. So we've got half the onions in the bowl. I'm going to take my rings off for this while we make the meatballs. Very nice. So I grabbed the 1 kg 5% mince. This is free on Slimming World. I'll post the recipe later, but I bought a big one so that I can make a chilli in that at the same time. So I'm going to take half of that and put it in here. The recipe said 750 mince, but to be honest with you, the kids are not going to eat that many meatballs, and I don't want to be eating meatballs all week. So half of it is going in the chilli and half in the meatballs today. Job done. There we go. And a 1 kg tin works out way cheaper. Tin packet, whatever you want to call it. So just batch cook it all in one go. Just going to mash that up. Right, so you'll need an oven-proof dish for this. So you don't have to make a chilli out the other half of the packet. You can just make a spag bol or a cottage pie, or just do mince and onions and then freeze it, and then you've got a base to make whatever it is you feel like. Right, so we've got the mince and the onions that have been fried off in some garlic. Next, chilli powder. Depending on how hot you like it, just tweak it. I'm going to put 1.5 teaspoons in here. I'm okay with that. Going in. Let me pop that out of the way. Oh, I'm going to need that again in a bit. Cumin. Half a tablespoon of cumin. So all we've done is soften the onions first. Then they'll form a ball better. There we go. Half a tablespoon. I love cumin. Love the taste of it. Right. Then all we're going to do is give it a real good mix in. And then we're going to form our balls. So your onions will be a bit warm. So mash it in with your cold mince. Don't burn your hands, Pete. Don't burn your hands. Give it a good mix in. So we've got the onions that we fried off in the garlic. The mince. However much chilli powder you fancy, I've put 1.5 in, and then I've put half a tablespoon of cumin in. You're just going to give it a real good mush with your hands. Get in there. I'm sorry if I'm missing all these comments. I have to look at what I'm doing. Give it a good mush in. Thanks for the share, Teresa. How are you doing, my lovely? I've been meaning to message you. Let me know how things are. And then these are going to be your meatballs. See, I didn't need 750 grams. There'll be tons of meatballs. We'll be eating them for weeks. So this meal is going to be perfect if you're doing SP, because you could eat it on its own, or you could serve it with cauli rice. So it's a good SP meal. Right, now I'm going to make my little meatballs. I'm just going to roll them up. Not too big. Quite big. Not too big. It says in the recipe it made about 16. Look at that. Boom. Job done. Oh, fry like your dish first. I've forgotten. Let me just wash my hands. out your oven-proof dish. We're going to roast them in there. We don't want them all to stick. There we go. Roll them round. Make your little balls. Try and get them all the same size and they're all going to cook. Yes, 5% mince is free on Slimming World. Aldi do now do a 3% mince. I saw it the other day. It is a little bit more expensive, so if you're on a budget, 3% is about £1 more. So if you're on a budget, 5% is still free, so don't panic. Roll your meatballs up, give them a good squash. We don't want them to fall apart. Not squash that one well enough. Squash them all together. If you're making a chilli at the same time, make sure it doesn't burn, peeps. No, there's no egg. No egg in this. I suppose you could if you wanted to. But they're all binding really well anyway because you've softened your onions, haven't you? So that'll help. There's moisture in there. 10% mince, you're going to have to sin that sucker. Don't buy 10%. No more than 5. Don't do it. Don't do it. Somebody messaged me and said the 15% was on offer and I was like, hell no. No. Not sinning it. Hello, hello. Right. If I'm missing any of these questions, if you guys know the answer, please feel free to help. No, 10% is not free on Slimming World. Heck no. No. Don't use cooking oil either, people. The sins in that is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Squish them. Look how many meatballs we've got. You didn't need 750. The sun wouldn't. Hi Elaine, thank you very much for the share. You'll be in the next prize draw. You're doing it on your own. It's really hard to get your head around the plan if you haven't got yourself a Slimming World consultant. It takes a little bit of getting your head around. Once you've got it, you'll be away. You've lost 3 stone. Fantastic. Could you use pork mince instead? Absolutely. We need to get a wriggle on and get these made. Oh, I also forgot to say, preheat your oven. Let me turn it on. There we go. Preheat your oven to 200, but I'm going to post the recipe later anyway, so don't panic. With all the destructions. Did that go in? Thank you, Sam. You're in the prize draw. So is Andrea. You've been doing it over 2 years. Fantastic, Paula. I think it's something, once you get your head around it, you just do it anyway, don't you? Claire's a newbie and she shared. Welcome to the page, Claire. And thank you for sharing. Just make sure you hit follow and then you're not going to lose me when I post the recipe. The amount of people that message me for recipes is ridiculous. They're on the page straight after the live once it's cooked. Thanks for the share, Chloe. You're in the next prize draw too. And Rachel. And Maria. Right, I can actually read the comments when I'm not cooking. Right, there we go. Meatballs are done. Whoop. Get rid of that bowl. Make some hands. Meatballs all done. That's going to do us a lot. Easy peasy. Right, peppers. And butternut squash, everybody. Butternut squash. Right. I'm using frozen peppers. You can get these from any major supermarket. Whack in a load. Get them all over. Frozen butternut squash. Oh, it's set like a rock. Hang on. Oh no, it's breaking. I'm using frozen squash as well. If you're using frozen, it just takes a little bit longer, so remember to leave enough time. Oh, let me give this a stir, hang on. Don't want my chilli to burn, peeps. I turned everything down whilst I was making the meatballs. There we go. Perfect. Right, sling a load of squash in. Barbara's lost 2 stone. Fantastic. Thanks for the share, Sally. You're in the prize draw too. Right, get your squash in there. I'm a bit of a guesstimator. I just sling it in, people, but you love frozen veg. So do I. Honestly, it's a lifesaver. Right, we've got the squash in. Do you know when I cook this? So all my meals do a family of 4. But do you know what? They also do my lunch the next day. So whenever I do something like this, is going to make 3 meals out of that 1 pack of mince. So we've got the meatballs tonight. They'll be left over for me for lunch tomorrow. Chili pasta bake will do us all one evening. I'll have leftovers the next day for lunch. And then we've got a chili as well. So you can make it go far. Even if you're on a budget, you can still stick to plan. Let me put those away. Right, we're going to toss them all in. Get them all over. Righto. Then we are going to fry light and whack it in the oven to roast. So it might take a little bit longer because it's frozen. There we go. Whack it in the oven. So we've got the meatballs, the butternut squash and peppers going in the oven on 200 to roast. Make sure you preheat your oven, which I didn't do. Right. Can you see all these pans? Right. I boiled my kettle. Let me put my pasta on. Put my pasta bake. Hello, hello. It looks good, doesn't it, Stephen? You can do this around your shifts. You need to batch cook, my lovely. Hi, Susan. How are you, my love? Is that butternut squash? Yes, it was. On the top was butternut squash. I need some more water. I'm going to have to fill my kettle. Hang on. Hang on, hang on. There we go. Flick that back on. Right. My pan's on. My pasta's on. Where's my lid? I've not turned it on. Hang on. Right, pasta's on. This bit's the chili. Now we are going to finish the sauce with the onions. Let's turn that pan back on. I didn't want to burn it whilst I was talking to you guys. Are we on? Do you know what? I have no problems turning my hob on until I come on live to you guys. Why is it coming on? Seriously. And then everybody thinks I'm going to burn myself because I can't get it on. It's not lighting, peeps. Let it go. Come on. Well, the front one's on. Front one's on. Back one's not coming on for some reason, although it was. Let's not worry about it, guys. Right, we're going to make the sauce for the meatballs. We're just going to bring it to the boil and then we'll whack it on. Let's turn that one up a little bit. Get that done. How many sins are they? 7% port, I have no idea. You would have to check, but 5% would be free. You'll have to see how many sins. I don't know the sins of that because I don't use it for that reason. I'd rather save my sins and spend them on something else than waste them on something when I can get the 5%. Right, there we go. Right, these cooking nicely. Right, in here we are going to add half this passata. I'll post the recipe later because the other half's going in my chili. Just leave that there. A tin of black beans. I've never had black beans, but they're in this recipe. I'm just going to drain the water off. So this is a recipe out of the new Slimming World book that Margaret sent me. Now I'm using red kidney beans in chilli sauce. These are free as well. These ones are from Aldi. So I'm not going to drain that off because I want the chilli sauce. Get them in. Yum yum. Perfect. What else do we need? Right. Depending on how hot you like it, I'm going to put another teaspoon of chilli powder in. And then another half tablespoon of cumin. So this whole recipe is completely free on Slimming World. There we go. Give it a stir. Get that warming. Right, we need 150 mils of beef stock. So 1 OXO cube. Again, this is completely free, all of this. The chili meatballs, the chili pasta bake and the chili. There we go. 1 OXO cube with 150 mils of boiling water. That's going to go in there too. Let that dissolve. So we're going to bring this to the boil, let it simmer, and those roast veggies, well, the meatballs and the veggies that are roasting in the oven, in about 25 minutes, they'll be done. And then we'll just pour this sauce over the top and then whack it back in the oven for another 15 minutes. Job's a good one. I needed a second pan. This frying pan's not very big. Bubbling nicely. Is that back one going to come on yet? No. No. I have to get Andrew to look at the oven, look. When you do a chilli, you use smoked paprika. Yes. I like smoked paprika as well. Holly's not as keen though, so I don't put it in the chilli. So if you didn't want to make a chilli out of your 1 kg, 1 mixed bag bowl, just do mince and onions and then freeze it and you've got your base. Thank you so much for your stars, Samantha. That is insane. Thank you. All of the stars that are donated through you guys are all going to the unique foundation for survivors of childhood sexual abuse. So we really appreciate that. Thank you. Right. Stock's going in. Boom. That is that done. So we're going to bring it to the... Oh, I haven't put the puree in. It's not done. 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. This one's from the corner shop, look. Happy shopper. 69p. Bargain. Right, 2 tablespoons. Done. So we're going to bring that to the boil and we're going to let it simmer until we pour it all over our meatballs. So back to the chilli. Right, that's brown. Let's get some pepper from that in. Going to whack a load of peppers in. This is how you keep your meal cheap and make it go further. You add more speed. Hang on, let me grab the book. Yes, the recipe is in the Slimming World Comfort Zones book, and this is the one we're making. Look at that. Chili meatball bake. But I'm just making the chili and everything as we go as well. I'm going to have to buy myself a second pan for when I'm batch cooking. This one's not big enough. To know what I might have to do. Hang on. Where is it? I've got a big one somewhere. This one will do. Use what you've got, Peach. Here we go. I've got a big pan. That one will do. There we go. That one's not going to be big enough. It's going to be overflowing by the time I've whacked all my stuff in. There we go. That's better. Move it over. Perfect. Hello, hello. You add sweet corn to your chilli. Yeah, you can do that too. You can add anything in, can't you? Some people like peas in theirs. I hate peas. You won't see me cook anything with a pea in it, okay? So the rest of the passata's gone in there. We're gonna add a good load of 3 tablespoons of puree. Job done. That's all gone. What else? A couple of tins of get my words out. A couple of tins of chopped tomatoes. I'll post the recipe later and the pictures so you can all have a look. Couple of tins. So this is just bulking it all up, and these tins of nothing are like 30p or something. You always use a cauldron. I need to get some more pans. Taco beans. Again, what are these, 33p for a tin? Rob hates peas. Oh my god, I can't even eat my dinner if they are on my plate. I hate them. We hadn't been going out long, me and Andrew, and he ordered the takeaway, and it came and there was peas in the rice, bless him. And before he came in, he picked out all the peas. He must have loved me back then. Right, again, tin of kidney beans. I'm using the ones in chili sauce. Look how much food we have got going on here. It's gonna feed you for a week, guys. So if you're waiting for that January paycheck, Holly loves them as well. James doesn't, he gags like me. If you're waiting for that January paycheck, go buy yourself a big pack of mince. No one's going to go hungry, guys. Look, that massive pan is full. We've got chilli and a chili pasta bake coming out of that lot. Paprika, whack a load in. Coriander, oh my god, it's nearly all gone. Dang, we've been shopping as well. Oh, do you know what, there's only a little bit left, may as well chuck it in. Done. And the rest of the cumin, because there's not a lot of that left either. Boom, boom. I need to go and get some spices. Ooh. And some chili powder, which is in the cupboard behind where you are. Taco beans from Aldi, slightly spicy. Oh, I love taco beans. Honestly, I can't do a chili now without them. Holly absolutely loves them too. Give this one a stir. Right, I'm going to turn that one down. So that's just going to simmer. And then we're going to pour it all over our roasted meatballs and veggies that are in the oven. So many spices. You need lots of spices. That's how you're going to get your flavour and make it taste good on Slim & World. You've never heard of them? Is that are we on about taco beans again now, or have I missed something here? So that's done. That's just going to literally get poured all over the tray bake. This is the chilli. So once that's cooked through, I will split it. I will put half the chilli in one dish, and then the other bit I will put in with the chili pasta bake in another dish. I'll let them cool down, and then I'm going to whack them in the freezer. Job done. So I've just made 3 meals there for probably under 15 quid, guys. So if you're struggling to get to January, go and get yourself a 1 kg mince and you'll be absolutely fine. Frozen veg comes in cheaper than normal veg. Unfrozen. I can't think of the word. Can you freeze pasta? Yeah, gotcha. Definitely. Yes. I always freeze it. Then when you can't be bothered, you've always got meals. I always do this when I'm cooking. Right, pasta's about cooked as well. Right, guys, that's it. I don't think I need to bore you any longer, but I will post the pictures once it's cooked so you can see everything. If you're not following, go to the top of the page, click follow, see first. If you like it, it's not enough because Facebook are changing their settings soon and they're going to bin off all the likers, so you need to make sure you are following. How do I reheat it? So I get it out the freezer in the morning and then I'll leave it on the side. And then with the chilli, I can either put it in a pan and warm it up, or I can whack it in the microwave. The chilli pasta bake, I tend to put that in the microwave for like 10 minutes to get it warm right through. Then I grate loads of cheese on the top, whack it in the oven, and when it's nice and golden, it's done. So just weigh your cheese when you're doing it and use it as your healthy A. That's it, we're done. Nicola, we've just finished. We have just made this chili meatball bake out of the new book. I've never made it before, but we've just made it. And then I've also made a chili, and we're making the chili pasta bake. There we go, peeps. Right, make sure you're following. I'll post the pictures and the recipe later. Love ya. Bye bye.